Thank you, hosts. Welcome to the Stuff of Legends. We are the Marvel Legends team representatives for you this afternoon. I am Ryan in marketing, joined by Dan, also in marketing. And then we've got the living legend himself, man in the middle, Mr. Dwight in design. You guys excited for Pulse Con 2023? We're back.
We're back.
We're all here together again.
Friends again. Oh, look at you.
It's great. Guys, I have been assured that the power lines outside have been checked. We've got backup generators in place, so you are going to get the full Marvel Legends PulseCon experience this year. We made sure of that. We made sure of that. And hey, thanks everyone for tuning in on this wonderful Friday. You know, you're tuning in here because you love action figures and you want to share that passion with your fellow collectors, right? We are here because we love working on action figures and we're contractually obligated. That's a joke for my Blink fans out there. So let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Wow.
All right. No, but seriously, guys, we are fans and we are collectors ourselves. It's been awesome to see these other brands unleash some awesome stuff, and we've got a great mix of stuff in store as well. We've got comic stuff. We've got MCU stuff.
MCU stuff.
A lot
HasLab.
HasLabs, of course. What else? So the next thing we want to do before we jump right in is remind you guys, Selfie Series 2.0. So we've got our brand new, hot off the presses Selfie Series figures here. We're all wearing glasses because there's really bright lights, and so our figures needed it. But just a reminder for you guys, Pulse Premium members, if you order today through Monday, you will get a very special exclusive PulseCon slipcover, and your Selfie Series 2.0 figure will come with a exclusive display stand as well. So if you haven't already, go check that out on the app, right? Selfie Series 2.0 with new hairstyles, sculpted beards, and mustaches, so Dwight could get all that full detail in, and glasses as well. So that is Selfie Series. Go check it out.
That's my beard. I tried to grow a beard.
You tried?
Did not work out.
Yeah, Dan and I can't really do that. All right, so next up is our interactive kind of portion for this. So we did this, I believe, in 2021, but we're bringing it back. This is the Legends PulseCon interactive fan vote reveal of sorts. So how this is going to work is Tony and the awesome Model Shop team has made 3 advanced digital renders of future Marvel Legends figures, but we're only going to reveal one for you today. On the bright side, you get to pick which one is revealed.
Your vote matters. Everybody's vote matters. I want to, on the side, vote for what I want to.
Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the options here. There are 3 choices. Dan, what's the first clue or category here?
All right, option number 1 for the reveals is a Marvel Legends character previously released only as an alternate head. I wonder who that can be, Ryan, you know?
That's quite a clue. Dwight, what's the second option for them?
You got me reading and the screen's much smaller today than rehearsal. Marvel Legends character previously released in a convention exclusive.
Oh, so those are 2 very specific clues. The third clue is a very broad one. It's a first-time Marvel Legends character that has never before, had an action figure, so that could be anything. So put your vote in the poll there on the stream, and we'll check back in at the end, and we'll see which one came out on top, and we will reveal a brand new, never before seen.
Do we get to vote?
Marvel Legends figures. If you want to take out your phone on the side, you could do that. But right now we're gonna talk about our ongoing HasLab campaign, Giant Man. I think everyone's pretty aware of the offering, but wanted to give you guys some behind-the-scenes look into how awesome this figure is. So with that, let's welcome 2 special guests onto the Marvel set here. We have got Hank, aka Giant Man, Hank Pym, and we've got Matt. Hey Matt, good to see you. How's it going?
Hey guys. Good to see you.
Excited to be here.
So we know what you do, but tell all the fans what you do here at Hasbro with us.
So I'm one of the photographers at Hasbro. I'm full-time in office every day. We have a large team that involves more photographers, our great production team, the asset handlers, and my job is basically photographing the toys, building the dioramas, and just making them look as awesome as they feel to play with.
So that's right. So Matt and his team, all the e-com shots that you see on Hasbro Pulse and retailers, their team do it. Matt has done awesome diorama shots for a bunch of the brands, including Marvel Legends, and we worked very closely with Matt and the team on all of the Giant Man diorama shots. And we wanted to talk a little bit about that. We've got some pictures of that humongous set that we built at the office. So Matt, what really went into building out, how big was this actually for them looking at the photos here?
God, this set is the largest that I've ever done. It might be the largest we've ever done in-house. We have these wonderful prefab buildings that have just been here for ages, because there's just a long history of awesome product photography at Hasbro. Usually we use 1 or 2, 3 buildings, build a small little set on a table, but when I first started working here and I saw these, my dream was to make a city block, just build a 2-scale city. So I took every table that I can get my hands on, every table in the photo studio, I stole some from video, anything I found outside just unattended, and dragged it into the studio and propped up this giant city on it. And you can see it's mostly stable enough for us to walk on it. There are very specific areas where it's like, don't step there, that's a little dicey. But it was amazing. It was fun. I think the images speak for themselves, and also the behind-the-scenes images are awesome. I just wanted to give a shout out to producer Tony, because he's the one who was on site taking these and just made it look, translated the fun that I was having to you guys.
What was it like working on a shoot that had like multiple beats? What we were kind of doing, we were trying to recreate a comic with the different panels and the different kind of teases on social media, like translating that story.
Yeah, this was my first time working with like essentially a comic panel layout, of a storyboard of what you guys wanted to see, which I took that as a challenge. How close can I get this to one-to-one of what you guys presented me with? It's not a way that I've ever worked before. So I just honestly just had a lot of fun. I made sure I built this city out so there were a lot of different angles and we can make the city feel different in every image. And I just went to work. We custom fabricated and printed certain elements like signage and the little podium that the Avengers are on in the first shot, and it just went to town. This was one of my favorite shoots that I've done so far.
It was really fun because we got to collaborate with Matt and the team. We would have some idea, for instance, that shot of Giant Man kind of staring down Ultron, and then that was planned. But then Matt, I noticed, put the little AIM soldier kind of cowering around the corner, like really afraid that Giant Man was coming for him. So making those little tweaks, really up the game there.
Yeah, I like it to feel like a world. I don't want it to just be a static product shot. These action figures come to life for me, and at least that's what I hope I convey to the audience when they're shopping for our products, and what I hope I convey in my own photography at home. This is a passion of mine. I do this at home in my free time. I get to come to work and get paid to do this. It's an amazing time.
How do you think Giant Man photographs for those fans considering, adding him to their collections?
I mean, just look at the photos. I really think it speaks for itself. It's a really awesome piece. I got to spend a lot of time with this, messing around with the articulation, and I never had an issue just, photographing it and just making it look how I imagined in my head.
Yeah, that shot we're looking at now with him just kind of backhanding MODOK out of the air was one of my favorites.
Matt, there's a lot of different, he has the smiling face, he has the angry face. What was your favorite expression to shoot for Giant Man?
Definitely the smiling face. It's where we got? Here it is. Yeah, the smiling face. It's just, I don't know. He's a little unhinged looking, and because of that, I think it works for having him just, celebrating victory, and also just while he's beating down the bad guys.
Unhinged, just like the rest of us. Perfect.
Speaking of swappable pieces, so we know that there's 3 interchangeable facial expressions for Hank here, but if you've seen Giant Man standing here, you might notice something different. This is something that we weren't able to rush out for the launch stream a couple of weeks ago, but we knew we were coming back for Pulse Con. So yes, he does have white antennae here, and that's because he's going to have both sets. He's going to have a set of white as well as black, because we know it's been drawn different way in different comic books, so you can kind of mix and match which version you want to lean into. But that's not all. The Dwight and team were actually working on this other innovation that's really cool that we wanted to save for PulseCon because it wasn't quite ready to debut on the 8th. So Dwight, take them through the eyes on Giant Man.
Yeah, we talked about the eyes before, how they're kind of like doll eyes. It's a clear plastic with a deco on the backside, so it's the most realistic eyes we've ever done in a Marvel Legends figure. The great thing about that is it's really going to make this guy look impressive and come to life. But while we were trying to figure out how to get the faces swappable with the hood, we realized that the eyes can actually be removed from the face plates themselves. So what does this mean? Originally, we had all of the eyes just looking forward because that's the most standard thing to do. But when we found out we can swap the eyes, we said, well, if this guy's 24 inches tall and he's looking down on a lot of people, let's make a set of eyes that's looking down in his head. So you can actually be looking down at whatever you're about to stomp on or pick up, which is kind of cool. And we also made another set to be looking off to the side. So you got a lot more options and variety than we originally anticipated, which was a fantastic just kind of win when we realized that this was going to be something unique and possible to do. So previously we had 3 different expressions. Now with the alternate eyes, you have 9 different ways to mix and match pieces for the different facial expressions, which should give all of your shelf displayers a lot of options, and you amazing photographers the ability to do anything and everything you can imagine.
I wish I had my hands on that when we were shooting before. I'm
Sorry,
excited.
buddy.
I'm excited to get another round at it.
Awesome.
So 9 total face-eye combinations times 2 for 18 total combinations, because now you have 2 different sets of antennae there. So yeah, guys, I think we're just about halfway to the 10,000 minimum backer threshold with a bunch of time left. Let's try to get over, let's get over 50% today. Can we do it? And then keep riding that momentum, right? We've got until October 23rd. We need 10,000 backers to fund the base offering for Giant Man. We do have those 2 announced tiers. As we stated, everything up front, we put everything up front. So again, that's the zombie faceplate and zombie antennae at 12,000 backers, and then the alternate scroll head for your Secret Invasion Giant Man at 14,000 backers. So go check out the page if you haven't seen it already, and any of you East Coasters or anyone traveling to New York Comic-Con on October 12th, we're gonna be there. We're bringing Giant Man with us down to Comic-Con, so come check it out there.
Also, I forgot to say, we got a lot of questions because everybody has questions about these types of projects. And one of the things that I don't know if I mentioned before that I wanted to make sure was very clear, because it was something that had you guys all wondering, is all of his limbs will be ratcheted very similar to Galactus. So it'll be all nice and click-clacky to be able to stand in place. This is a prototype which doesn't have that, so kudos to you for making this work. But the actual thing will have really nice joints, just like or similar to Galactus, to really be able to lock this guy into position to hold whatever you would need. Yeah, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, all what you guys will need.
All right, so that's Giant Man. Thank you for joining us, Matt.
Thanks for having me,
Gotta
guys.
take your
Thanks,
son
man.
back
He's
home,
gonna take Hank with us. You know,
Get
we-
some
we-
more shots in,
We went from Dan Larson, Secret Galaxy, to Shooting the Galaxy. Matt, our esteemed Legends photographer, Hasbro photographer. All right, so let's jump into the next item here. We revealed this at San Diego as a sneak peek, but this is going up as a see now, buy now today. So this is Detroit Steel. Dwight, what's going on with this massive 9.2-inch figure here?
Yeah, this is an amazing, ginormous Iron Man villain. It's all about America. It's got all the Americana stuff going on, all the reds, the whites, the blues, the stars, and you really can't appreciate how impressive this thing is without putting an Iron Man with it for scale comparison. So here is our new Extremis Iron Man that came out earlier this year, put them on the same plane, and now you can see just how massive this armor is. You know, you gotta, if you gotta beat something, let's make it look impressive and intimidating. So Iron Man really needs to put in for it. So we think this thing looks amazing. It's ridiculous, and it's just what you'd expect from some crazy oversized Iron Man villain.
It's a massive figure, lots of deco on this guy,
Lots of deco.
crazy weapons, a lot of detailing. This will be available to purchase right away today, starting at 4 p.m. exclusively on the Hasbro Pulse for Pulse Premium members, and then at 5 p.m. for everyone else. So that is your Detroit Steel Pulse Con exclusive, as it were.
You got a chainsaw forearm and a minigun forearm. You guys try to come up with a better combination for forearm weaponry than that.
We dare you to, if you can.
If you can, let us
Yeah.
know in the chat.
All right, and so with that, Dan's going to take us through some comic Legends recaps and some new reveals as well.
All right, comic fans, at San Diego Comic-Con, at the same time as we revealed Detroit Steel early, we also revealed a couple of comic characters at San Diego Comic-Con. The first one up is Power Princess,
Power
right?
Princess, yeah, she is stunning. One of my favorite figures from the wave by far. She turned out absolutely sensational.
If you love the Squadron Supreme of America, you need to pre-order her.
Exactly. Complete
to
the team,
complete
baby.
that team. The next item that we did reveal early was our engineer's favorite, Justice. Here, you want to talk us through Justice a little bit?
Yeah, Justice looks awesome. Long time overdue doing this version for the line. Giving you one more new Warriors, because that's always awesome to add to teams as well as completing teams. So he's got a new torso and cape and head sculpt, which looks fantastic on the figure, and we're really proud of the way he ended up.
I think new Warriors fans, they're going to be excited because of another figure that's going to come out a little bit later. But another figure that we revealed at San Diego Comic-Con early was Vision. I love this Vision, man. It's on that new Vulcan-ish kind of body, right?
Absolutely, yeah. This is the most updated, best Vision we've done to date. New parts, gorgeous cape and head sculpt on Vision. So I believe it's our first Vision with the butterfly rockers. So it's got an updated articulation system. All pinless arms and legs, as you guys know off of the Vulcan base, and he looks absolutely remarkable.
All right, I hear Dan Larson already making so much noise, but this was his favorite.
He's lurking in the background for a closer.
He's been trying to steal this one all week, but Crystar, let's talk about Crystar here, Dwight.
Yeah, just a few more minutes, and you can wander off with him. Just give us a few. Crystar of the Crystal Warriors. This is something new for us. It's when we have the opportunity to dive into new pieces of Marvel lore, we love it. And this is one of those pieces that's been untouched for a long, long time. But it was a piece of Marvel Comics lore, and we thought it was time to break him out in an all-new sculpt with shield and sword. And he looks spectacular in his translucent blue. So it's a really, really remarkable figure. We got a lot of positive responses from Comic-Con. So now let's see if you guys, love this thing as much as we do. And if you support him, maybe we'll get a chance to do more characters from this piece of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, so at San Diego Comic-Con, we didn't reveal exactly how all four of these guys were going to come together, but Ryan...
And a 4-pack.
Yeah, they're all coming in a 4-pack. No, so we're actually going to reveal for the first time our first 2024 wave. This is going to be on shelf in early 2024. Some might get it early later this year, but it is part of a comic Build-A-Figure wave. So the first character that we're going to reveal today for PulseCon is sort of a Savage character, wouldn't you say?
Savage, baby. We have Savage Namor. So it's been quite a while since we've done a classic version of the King of Atlantis, and here you go. You have Savage Namor with his trident. He's got a whole assortment of hands, from punchies to swippies to swimmies to punchies to grabbies. Everything you need to have this figure hold his weapons and look awesome. He's got some gorgeously ornate armor on his shins and forearms, a new belt, and one of the most impressive manes we've done on a figure in a long time. I mean, if that's not like a...
It's that 90s hair, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's got some, some punk rock going on there. It's Savage, baby.
I really love Savage Namor, but I actually like his cousin a lot, too. Namorita, Nita here. You want to talk about Namorita?
Yeah. Beautiful in blue. She's got all of her glyph-like tattoos across her body. She's in the light blue tone. She's got, obviously, the wings on her ankles, and a gorgeous head sculpt with either wind-blowing or swim-moving water hair drifting.
Yeah,
Guess your hair drifts when you're underwater. She also has swimming hands as well as punching hands, and she looks absolutely beautiful. I gotta say, Kristen and the team in Model Services has been doing a beyond phenomenal job of all of the decos. As you guys have seen, the photo reel on these classic figures takes these things to sights and levels never before seen on this scale. So
100%. Shout out to Kristen and the rest of the team. I know a lot of people in the chat probably are like, where's the classic version of Namorita? We should just say, hold on tight, be patient, right?
Absolutely, with everything.
With everything, so don't worry, guys. The next item, though, within this classic Marvel Build-A-Figure wave is Black Panther. I just love that golden black, man. Look at him.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite Black Panthers from obviously from the comics, but from the Toy Biz era of Marvel Legends. And it was a real treat to kind of revisit that really, really gorgeous figure from the past. So this is T'Challa with an awesome new cape and all of his gold ornamentation. So
Pinless, right?
I believe so, yeah. Pinless on the arms and legs. He's also on the Vulcan buck, so you guys have an idea for his proportions and size. And he just looks absolutely remarkable with all of that, the cape kind of blowing and the high collar. He's going to be awesome for your guys' collections coming very, very soon.
All right, but I'm super excited because of this Build-A-Figure. Look at that. We put out Sentry last year, I believe, boys, and we definitely wanted to put out the Void. So the Void is the Build-A-Figure. Look at him, Dwight. You guys did a great job on this one.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, when Bob's having a bad day, you know, we all have bad days. They're normally not this bad, right? I mean, hopefully. But when Bob has a bad day, evil space crab monster thing comes out to, you know, destroy half of cities or people or such. So we have this awesome translucent Void character. He's big and bad. He's got all of his crustaceous-like limbs coming out of his back, all 8 of his limbs, plus his arms and legs. So he's got a lot of things going on. He's almost all entirely translucent, because when he debuted in the comics, he was always like backlit by crazy bright power sources of light. So this will allow you to, you know, put some backlight on this thing and it'll really look like it's glowing and really make it look even more fierce and intimidating for your shelves.
What's new on him aside from the obvious legs in the back? He's got.
Yeah, he's got an all new torso system for the legs to attach. He has all 8 non-articulated limbs and a new head sculpt with the extra gross, creepy, you know, claws, like it's got the Beetlejuice thing going on, right? All those claws coming out of everywhere.
I'm gonna scare my girlfriend with that Build-A-Figure.
He's even got these little mini like claws in the front coming out of his sides, which you can see in the zoomed up pictures there.
You put that on the floor at night and say, "Oh, babe, what's that?" And you hit it with a flashlight. Your marriage might be really short, my friend.
Oh, don't say that, bro.
Let's not do that.
We wanted to say that just hang on tight, because pre-orders for this is not actually going to be today. It's actually be October 3rd is when you're going to be able to pre-order the Build-A-Figure Void Wave. Shout out to our creative services team, Alan, Ben, Sean, everybody who works with Marvel Publishing to really get that artwork on the side here. We got some great artwork from like Bob Larkin, Scotty Young, Jay Lee, Bob McGinnis, Ed McGinnis, I should say, and we really want to say that all of these, whether it be from the packaging or each individual figure, it takes a village to make, so shout out to everybody there.
These are obviously back in the window box packages.
Back in the window boxes too,
with the side art, love to see that.
All right, I think we're gonna go to our next one, so.
All right, so that is our comic. We're gonna do a little mini set change as we talk through the next theme here. So comic fans, hopefully you guys saw some stuff that you enjoy, and now we're gonna go on to MCU. And so there's been some speculation on what kind of figures we're gonna do here, but this was a film back from 2021 that was so big, we're still making new figures of it, and it was such an awesome experience. Of course, we're talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, and yeah, let's just jump right in. So a bunch of new characters based on this film. The first one we have here on the turntable, this is MJ in her No Way Home outfit here with her sweater. And then pop quiz, Dwight, because I did look this up before. What is this awesome accessory that she comes with? What's it called?
Oh man, I'm gonna say it's a whirly thingamajig.
Close.
Yeah?
I believe it is the Machina de Cadavus. I looked it up. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But that's what we teased, that accessory we teased at San Diego Comic-Con. That must have been pretty cool to do this cool accessory like MJ here.
Yeah, well, the movie was spectacular, so it was awesome to be able to jump into that universe again and get a chance to visit these characters once we knew what they were going to look like and all of the secrets were revealed. It made it a lot of fun to go back. And the cool thing about being able to go back in time was we were able to do these things more impressive than, you know, sometimes when we're basing figures off of concept art and early things, right? We actually knew how this was all going to end up, so we were able to make these things some of the strongest, most impressive figures I think we've ever done for, you know, the MCU. So MJ here has a new sculpted hair, the sweater, the cube that contained Doctor Strange's spell that went wonky, because you could say it again, but it still won't process. So I'm just going to go with the spell holding cube, and she's got alternate hands to hold that, and she looks absolutely beautiful.
All right, so for the next figure, I think it's a really good figure because he's a really good lawyer. He's everyone's favorite. Matt Murdock, as we saw him in No Way Home, you know, since then he's popped up in She-Hulk on Disney Plus as well. But this is based on his look there. For a suited figure, at first glance, it just looks like another gray suit, but it's actually got some great articulation. What's going on here with Matt?
It does. It's by far our best suited body we've done to this point. Matt has fully articulated arms and legs. They're pinless now, which is great. So we have a full pinless, normal size suit. Matt comes with his ruby shades. He's got his walking cane, and he's got the brick
love the brick,
that he
man.
caught, from the back when it got thrown through the window. Don't do that, guys. Throwing bricks through windows is bad. It's going to lead to all sorts of liable and litigation, and then you're going to need a lawyer. And I guess it's okay because we got a lawyer right here, but still, don't do it. It's not a nice thing to do. And on the brick, it says, "We believe Mysterio," just like it did in the movie. And the brick is fully wrapped in like newspaper text and stuff, so it looks like it's right from the film.
And it's pinless arms and legs. I love that.
That's
too.
right.
Pinless.
Great detail. The shots for this wave were done by Matt, who we just spoke to. So I think there was one shot of Matt kind of running and jumping with his stick
Yeah,
here. I'd
yeah.
say, would you guys say like Matt Murdock is among the most agile and limber lawyers, like top 5, right? Gotta be.
Well, I mean, you got Jennifer too, so
Yeah, top 5. Yeah, so all right, so you can get him in some cool poses there. So let's
In fairness, we haven't seen their lawyer friends that they hang out with, so I mean.
Foggy could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I
Who
mean,
knows?
but yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
top 5.
All right, so next let's go to a villain. So this is a villain from the film. We know fans have been wanting to get some villains from this, and so we have a all-new Sandman with some really fun-looking parts here and interesting sculpting detail, Dwight.
Yeah, the fans are not the only ones. We were really excited to be able to jump in and get a villain or 2 done this year.
Sure.
So,
Foreshadowing.
yeah. So first off, we have Sandman. He is just a little bit taller than a normal figure. You can kind of see him really quick here next to Matt. I'll put him up there. Actually, you're on the other screen, so it doesn't matter. But there you go. There you go. Boop, boop, scale. So a normal scaled Sandman, which is nice. We did a ginormous version of him back for Spider-Man 3 quite a few moons ago as a build-up. And this one has alternate forearms that allow you to take his normal proportions and give him oversized, transformative forearms and giant grippy hands. So you can have him reaching out to attack or assist, any figures that you might need to deal with. There you go.
I love that shot of him reaching out with the 2 big sand paws. It's pretty sweet.
Sand paws. I'm going to call him sand paws from now on. Sand paws.
All right, guys, but I'm here. Oh,
Before we do that, sorry to cut you off, Dan. So we're gonna say, right, like we've got, I think probably Dan's favorite figure coming up, but a Spider-Man No Way Home collection would not be complete without some actual Spider-Man characters. But what we did want to say a little bit, right, is let's go in the Wayback Machine, all right? December 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. Awesome surprises in that film, right? Some we didn't even know about. As soon as we watched that, we
texted each other.
We were
after,
texting each other. We got straight to work, right, on that Pulse exclusive No Way Home 3-pack, which came out this summer or spring, I think. If you remember, we pre-ordered that all the way back in July 2022. And so, guys, as we were working on the development for that 3-pack, not all of the unmasked likenesses were available to us. But flash forward to over a year later, we're now in September 2023, we're now able to do these Spider-Man characters with their unmasked portraits. So we're very excited to offer these detailed figures for you, but we just wanted to kind of go through the order of events there. So with that setup, what were you going to say about this next figure?
That this is one of my favorite figures of the year. It's got to be our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Looking great
Look
there.
at that.
Dwight, talk about this figure and the likeness, and this is pretty much all that great articulation and deco, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We didn't skip a beat on this one. It has all of the web lines piped with that proper dark silver that the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man had in his hero costume. He still has his masked head and a couple alternate heads, but along with that, we have this fantastic likeness for Peter. So he looks really, really great. First time doing this in many, many, many moons. So it was awesome to get a chance to revisit this character and do him in his full glory.
Let's talk about your favorite Spider-Man, though, of this year, Dwight.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, baby.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is still probably my reigning favorite spider body we've ever done. Also, we have Peter here with his awesome full articulation, the double torso, the butterflies, pinless arms and legs, doubled up. Also has his masked head and alternate hands. So Peter looks amazing in his amazing costume. So that just makes sense.
I might have lied and said this next figure is actually my favorite Spider-Man of the 3.
They're all our favorites.
We'll allow it.
Okay,
we'll allow it.
Thanks,
Matt,
guys.
what do you say? Is that pass mustard? Yeah, he says he allows it. So
Okay.
we're good. So here we have Spider-Man from the end scene in No Way Home, the final costume.
Red and blue suit.
The red and blue suit.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Peter here has his masked head. He has the full assortment of hands because we've never had a chance to offer this figure before. So he's got the full 6 hands, masked head, unmasked head. So Peter.
And in the middle here, this new red and blue suit, because this is the first time we're using this body, this is the similar, it's got the raised, sculpted web lines that are painted black.
Yes.
Right? It's an all new figure with the exception of that head, which I think we used that unmasked head before, but it comes with that. So this is going to be, it's not going to be a Build-A-Figure wave. This is going to be an awesome blister carded wave for those mint on pack collectors like myself. Mint on card collectors, and so you can go out and get them. This wave of 6 is going to be available for pre-order later today, again starting at 4 p.m. for Pulse Premium members on the Hasbro Pulse, and then at 5 p.m. for everyone else. So go get this awesome looking wave. If you want to get one in, one out, I'm not going to tell you that's wrong. You got to do that if you want. But that's not it for Spider-Man. As Dwight was saying, one villain for today, that wouldn't be enough. Just one? We need more.
We need more. And this is the first time fans are going to be able to see it, right?
First time reveal.
Ever.
First time for
reveal.
Pulse Con because we love Pulse Con so much. So who do we have flying around causing trouble as he did in this film here?
I needed to have a key fob with a certain laugh to be cackling right now, right? So along with my cackling laugh, which I'm not going to do because I would be ridiculed forever, I'm just going to put him out there and let you guys see this glorious version of Green Goblin. So what we have here is Green Goblin as he appeared in the final battle once Norman lost control and the Goblin took over. We have this amazing action figure, full articulation, all of the armor, tons of deco, double pinless arms and legs, an awesome unmasked likeness with a hood. He's got his goggles, which you can see down on the base down below, and he's got the alternate helmet that he was wearing at the very beginning of the film. Let's see if I can pop him off here real quick. Come here. Oh, these came off, so there you go. Boom. So the glider itself has articulation points, so they can kind of pivot up and down for different types of posing. And the ankle supports also move and rotate, so you'll be able to get his feet adjusted however you would like. So the glider itself is in multiple pieces, tons of deco and detail.
Show them the bottom.
Yeah, this thing is like, fully realized. It has all of like the piston type details which support the wings and all of the purple and silver and a little bit of the green glow. So this thing is absolutely spectacular. He's got his weapons, he's got his blades extended as he ran through Mr. Friendly Neighborhood Peter, which was also not a nice thing to do. Don't throw bricks, don't run people through. Just don't do it, it's not nice. And he's got a pumpkin bomb that can be removed from his hand, so.
And how's he connected to that? Like, how does he stay on the glider there? He's got the little stirrup thing going on?
Yeah, a little stirrup thing that pops in the feet really nicely. And like I said, depending on how you move the figure around, they can rotate left and right as well so that it can hold whatever pose you would want. So a really spectacular figure. We're very proud of this one. We hope you guys love adding him to your collections very, very soon.
Speaking of Peters, though, I think one of the most famous lines from the film is, Dan, what is it?
Oh, you always set me up
trying to set you
man,
up.
and then
All
you're
right,
like,
man.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
Well, it's hello, Peter. All right, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Doc Ock, as we teased at San Diego, in our San Diego Comic-Con panel with the little tentacle there. This is our deluxe Doc Ock figure with 4 times what, Dwight?
4 times wire bendy tentacles. This is what I've been playing with back here for the last 5 minutes of the feed.
I was wondering if people were going to see you just play with it.
So what we have here is a spectacular looking Doc Ock. He's really, really awesome. The wire bendies are incredibly rigid. Why, you ask, are they so rigid? Because not only does he come with the 4 tentacle pieces you would expect, as you can see on the top, he has the triangular tentacle head that opens and shuts, and he comes with the ground-based tentacle pieces, which are a little bit different in design. But we've made them so that they're all interchangeable, so you can see this thing opens and shuts, and you can have that thing closed down to make the little kind of point when it all folds shut. because sometimes when he's talking to his tentacles, you know, they get all kind of weird and they emote to him. But we have the pointy ones, we have the other kind that go on the ground, and we give you a big flat version so that you can put this guy down on the flat ones and have him elevated up in the air above your collection. So Doc Ock can actually hover a few inches above all of your characters, wrap Spider-Man up in the other tentacles, and have a lot of villainous fun with this amazing Doc Ock figure.
I love this figure. I love the bendy wire tentacles.
The fact that he can support his own weight, that's really cool.
I love it.
All right, so these 2 deluxe villains, we're revealing them today. They're not going up for pre-order, so you don't need to rush out. You can focus on the blister card wave of 6, but these will be going up for pre-order, I believe, next week.
Yep.
In about a week's time, and then that Avengers Void comic wave will be the following week. So we're trying to space out, you know, the pre-order anxiety there for you all. So anything else about No Way Home we wanted to say?
Thank you for your patience. I know a lot of people have been waiting for No Way Home figures. Trust me, we were waiting too. Once we saw it, we were texting each other about No Way Home. So we are so happy that we were able to bring these characters to life.
And we're not saying we're done.
Oh, true.
We're not saying we're done.
Necessarily.
Yeah, we know there's other things out there.
Yeah.
You know, some shocking things and some giant, you know, creepy sewer-dwelling things. So we're cool. We understand. We're you know, aware that those things exist, and we haven't forgotten about them. Just to let you know.
In due time. All right.
In due time.
So what do we want? Let's check in on that fan vote poll. Can we pull up the little graphics of which character or which clue I think took the lead there in the end? Do we have that?
The winner is
first time character. I was totally wrong.
I called it, bro.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to be so keep those other clues in mind because they're, you know, try to see what they're going to be when they're revealed eventually. But Dwight, let's take a look and show off a first time action figure character, a newer character.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. What have we got here?
What we have here is the Red Widow. The Winter Guard is another faction in Marvel that we've done a couple of them over the year. We have a classic Red Guardian and we have an Ursa Major. So if you already have those 2 figures, now you have a 3rd member of the Winter Guard to add to the team. So we're not going to talk about any of the other bits and pieces. And you know, I tried to give you guys a hint. I said, you know, look at number 1 because, you know, you might have got a little bit of peek behind some X-Love, but, you know, we'll just have to wait for another time, I guess.
No more clues.
And we'll just leave it with no more clues. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Get the
but
hook.
you know,
Get the hook.
but Red Widow is still awesome, and she's going to be an amazing another character for another team to keep working on.
All right. Well, thank you guys for voting for that. I think before we get out of here, let's just check in with the live chats and comments. I've got a tablet here. There's not too many. I think the first one says, Dan Larson, you are the man. That's not really a question for us, but I think we'll take it. We'll take it.
You are a man, so congratulations.
No, the man.
Oh, the man. Okay.
The man. No, but seriously, like, there's some about Giant Man. So he says, there's one question from the chat. What was factoring in when determining the height of Giant Man? It's beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you for thinking it's beautiful. We have done 2 awesome, ginormous figures to date. Galactus around 32 and Sentinel around 26. And we, you know, strongly believe that Galactus, being a cosmic being that could technically be larger than planets if he's fully charged, should be the largest of the collection. And we do realize that Giant Man can grow, if you look at the handbook, up to 100 feet. But we thought to have him be able to interact well with the Avengers and other villains of normal scale, 24 inches seemed like a very reasonable and still quite impressive height to strive for. So a little bit smaller than Sentinel and Galactus, because if you want your hero to have to battle such giant threats, it's always nice to have to take on something a little bit more intimidating than yourself. That's the heroic, you know, that's the heroic struggle. So that's kind of why we ended up with the 24 inches.
Yeah, it makes sense. One more question. It says, this is a pretty easy one, but what is your favorite figure you've released in 2023 so far? I'll go first to give you guys. Giant Man is not eligible. That is not coming out in 23. I know, these are all 2020. These are only 2023 comic figures. There's so many choices, but I'm gonna go, so Dwight's going Strife there.
Follow him up the wall. He's so amazing.
My selection, I'm probably gonna run off camera, but yeah, he's down in the corner there. I'll go Deluxe Blob because I love that Toy Biz Build-A-Figure. It was a very nice gift, and now I have a modern version. So I have the old the old Hasbro early days of Marvel Legends
Yes.
and the new Deluxe Blob. Dan, what was your favorite?
I really like the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Doc Ock from the Spider-Man animated series. That's like
Makes
one of
sense.
my it does.
makes sense.
It does. So
Big,
yeah, that's
it's a big
probably
year
mine.
for Doc Ock.
It
for
is,
Doc Ock
it is.
fans.
Lots of wire bendies, people. I hope you're very happy about that.
All right, so that is most of the Marvel Legends panel. One thing I wanted to talk about, but I forgot earlier. So go get your selfie series, but also on the Hasbro Pulse. Since 2019, when we were at San Diego Comic-Con, we had these special shirts made up, and I called them Collector Quips, and we wear them just for our panel. And only 4 years later, they are now live for sale on the Hasbro Pulse. So guys, don't give up on your dreams. If you have a dream 4 years later, it might come to pass. But these are really fun. One says mint on card, that's for me. One says one per case, because Dan is so unique and awesome. And the other option for Dwight is wrong costume. So thank you, Jarrett, at the office for helping us. Oh, we've got it. Yes, we got it. Evan came through. All right. Where's mine? Mint on card.
Yeah,
Yes.
one per case?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There you go.
These are nicer. These
There
are
you
nicer
go.
quality than the ones we had made. I'm just saying, guys. These are very soft.
Yeah. So if you want to be snarky like me, this is the one for you. This is the one that you guys always tell me when that's not the costume I wanted, Dwight. Wrong costume. So that's the nexus for this wonderful shirt.
You can be as cool as the Marvel Legends team. We've been rocking these for 4 years on various streams and
I
such.
didn't know we were cool.
Yeah. Well, hey, when you get T-shirts made, then you're cool. So thank
Again,
you,
the
Pulse
metric is
team.
4 years. Wait
Thank
for
you,
four
Pulse
things,
team.
4 years.
Thank you, Pulse team, for that. Stay tuned to the Hasbro Pulse, guys. Super fun. PulseCon is awesome. We're gonna throw it to trivia now. Marvel Legends trivia. Bye.